Hey guys, it's Sarah. I make videos about movies, vintage shopping, and running an online store. If you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. Guys, I visited an oldie because I was getting fed up. I was getting fed up by the fact that we're in 2023 and movies are still trash. I don't know how that, anyway, money. But iRobot was on Amazon Prime, I think, is where I watched it. And Will Smith as the main character. So he is a detective in Chicago and it's set in the future. And I love science fiction movies because I love to see how people visualize the future. And in this one, he is a detective who's coming back to work after a long absence. His first day back, he receives a call about a death. And it turns out that the person that died is the head scientist, I believe, of this major robotics corporation. So they're into everything, military, manufacturing, they do a lot of stuff. So he's just doing his detective thing and following clues, like interviewing people, walking around, when he finds that there is a robot that was hiding in the scientist's office. So the robot escapes and he is in pursuit. So first of all, I love the visualization of a major city of the future in this one. First of all, it's super clean. There's no trash. Everything is super expensive. Like a beer was like $20. It's these like very small details that you see throughout the film that fill out this world that they're building. The cars and how the cars drive, the things that he enjoys as a person and doesn't enjoy, the fact that he has likes and dislikes, that he has hobbies, he has interests as a character, especially someone who's also has an important role. Like in this case, he's a detective. Sometimes I think writers get so caught up in the position of a person that they forget that that person has other interests and like is a whole person, and you think that their whole life revolves around the work that they do. So you meet the people in his life, you meet his captain, sergeant, whoever that man is, y'all know who I'm talking about. You meet his grandmother. You get a very firm idea of him as a character, what motivates him, what interests him, and emotionally, like his connections to people. I really enjoyed iRobot. Seeing him go through doing the things that detectives are supposed to do, because sometimes they'd be skipping over that in science fiction movies and just focus on, look at all this new technology. Oh, isn't this interesting to look at? Yes, but also, what about this here? So we do follow him as he does the things a detective is supposed to do, following evidence, deciphering clues, but we're also seeing what a modern robot would look like. We're seeing what the older models of robots look like, which are very different. The special effects was also really different, having the humanoid face and eyes and limited but critical facial movements was very interesting. The voice quality, they were all really good details. Like I like the robot design. Other things were like slightly modernized, like style, everybody wasn't wearing like vinyl and plastic like Blade Runner 2049. I like to see different visions of what a futuristic society looks like. So he's not a part of the super rich, way up here above all the problems and, doesn't see any issues. He's like at ground level. And interestingly, is not in favor of certain advanced technologies, including robotics and basic new technology. Like he wants to drive his car manually instead of just automatically. He has a sound system that plays older music. Like at that time, it's like ancient music, I guess, to them. In different ways, shows that he is not dependent on technology. There are a lot of like philosophical ideas about technology and artificial intelligence and artificial consciousness, and it's very interesting, the conversations. And then as the investigation goes on and more events start to happen, it creates like a little confusion, like, actually, what is going on? What is happening? What is the point of all these other things? What does it all mean? And then you find out who is responsible and it's a genuine surprise. And as events escalate even more, they're also like, we don't get a worldwide view of what is happening. We're just focused on this one city and this small cast and what is happening here right now. So it stays here. And sometimes with science fiction movies, they want to tell you what's happening, you know, everywhere at the same time. And no. We want to stay right here. You get to see their characters develop and change. You get to learn about other characters. Different ideas come into play. And then you get to the conclusion, and it's a really good watch. I would recommend it, especially if you like futuristic science fiction kind of action movies. It has a lot of really good details, and you want to know what happens to everyone. You want to know what happens at the end of the story. It's left a little open-ended. I just felt like that was in line with where the story was going.
I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars.
And so I just wanted to pop in and add my 2 cents. I know the movie is older, but it's still a goodie. So yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I so appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.